While the Torino GT had already made a name for itself as a stylish mid-size fastback or hardtop, the addition of the mighty 428 Cobra jet engine transformed it from a cruiser into a contender. Born from dragstrip demands and dealership battles with GM and Mopar, the 428 Cobra jet was a heavily underrated powerhouse. Officially rated at 335 horsepower, the real output was rumored to be well over 400 horses, a figure that helped the Torino GT storm the quarter-mile in around 14 seconds when properly equipped. Ford wasn't shy with the torque either, with the CJ belting out 440, enough to pin you back in the vinyl bucket seat like your date just said yes to prom. Only a limited number of Torino GTs got the 428 CJ that year, making it a rare beast today, especially with the factory 4-speed and Ram Air options. In 1967, Dodge doubled down on its muscle car mission with the Coronet RT, a machine that combined brute force with just enough polish to make it mom-approved. While the Coronet 440 trim had been around as a mild-mannered midsizer, the RT badge turned it into something far more menacing. Standard in the RT was the fire-breathing 440 Magnum V8, churning out a robust 375 horsepower and a thumping 480 torque. It propelled the Coronet down the quarter-mile in the low 14-second range, depending on the driver's bravery and tire grip. The '67 Coronet RT was Dodge's first official model to introduce the RT performance line. It's a true sleeper, understated yet incredibly powerful and pure muscle. In 1967, Buick decided it was time to shake off its gentleman's car image and roll up its sleeves for a proper muscle car brawl. Born out of the Skylark lineup, the GS 400 brought sophistication to the street. Under the hood sat Buick's brand-new 400 cubic inch V8, churning out 340 horsepower and a hefty 440 torque. The GS 400 was no slouch on the drag strip either. With a 0 to 60 time around 6 seconds and quarter-mile times in the high 14 seconds, it surprised many who thought Buick was just for Sunday church runs and country club parking lots. The GS introduced Buick's Redline tires and was among the first muscle cars to offer both comfort and chaos in equal measure. It may not have shouted like a roadrunner, but it sure growled with sophistication. The star of the show was the legendary 426 cubic inch Max Wedge V8, short for Maximum Performance Wedge. This wasn't your average big block. It was a highly tuned, high-compression, up to 13.5 to 1, race motor straight from Chrysler's Skunk Works. Depending on configuration, it cranked out up to 425 horsepower, but insiders knew that number was conservative. This thing was built to terrorize drag strips, and it did just that. The Sport Fury Max Wedge could run the quarter mile in the low 12s, straight off the showroom floor with slicks. That was bonkers fast in an era when most cars still struggled to break 16 seconds. And it wasn't just fast, it was rare. These cars weren't sitting around on dealer lots. Buyers had to know what they were ordering, usually with racing in mind. Born from the Invicta line the year before, the Wildcat officially became its own model in '63, and it came ready to pounce on the competition with power, presence, and just enough chrome to reflect your neighbor's envy. Under that sleek sheet metal was Buick's trusted 401 Nailhead V8, affectionately known as the Wildcat 445. No, it didn't have 445 horsepower. Those were torque figures, which Buick helpfully used to name the engine. Still, with 325 horsepower and a mountain of low-end grunt, the Wildcat could move its full-sized frame with surprising urgency. The Wildcat was one of the few Buicks at the time to appeal to the youth market, shaking off Buick's reputation as a doctor's car and earning street cred with hot rodders and high schoolers alike. It was fast, flashy, and just rebellious enough to sneak past Dad's radar. The full-size Galaxy 500 XL, already a stylish cruiser with bucket seats, chrome galore, and spaceship-sounding name, became a certified street brawler when buyers checked the box for the mighty 406 cubic inch V8. Suddenly, your dad's Sunday driver could hold its own against the fire-breathing beasts of the early muscle car era. Ford offered the 406 in two versions, a single four-barrel with 385 horsepower, or the hot-ticket triple two-barrel carb setup churning out 405 horsepower. Either way, this wasn't just a big engine, it was Ford's answer to Chevy's 409 and Pontiac's 421 Super Duty. With a 4-speed manual and the right gearing, a well-tuned 406 Galaxy could sprint the quarter-mile in the low 15s. The 406 was short-lived, lasting only a year before being replaced by the even more legendary 427 in 1963. That makes 62 406-powered Galaxies relatively rare, especially in 500 XL trim with the triple deuces. In 1962, Pontiac decided to throw down the gauntlet in the high-performance arena with a luxury coupe that had no business being this fast, the Grand Prix 421 Super Duty. It looked like a gentleman's express, dressed in restrained chrome and elegant lines. While the standard Grand Prix came with a respectable 389 V8, enthusiasts in the know could special order the legendary 421 cubic inch Super Duty V8, a race-bred monster straight from Pontiac's Skunk Works. Output was a factory-rated 405 horsepower, though real-world numbers hinted it was sandbagging a bit. This fire breather turned the luxury coupe into a muscle-bound missile. In the hands of drag racers, the Grand Prix SD 421 could storm the quarter-mile in the low 14 seconds, a shocking feat for a 4,000-plus-pound car in 1962. Only 16 units were built in 1962, making them unicorns even in the rare car world. In 1961, Chevrolet quietly dropped a bombshell into the muscle car arms race before the term muscle car even hit the streets. On the surface, it looked like your typical sleek, chrome-laden boulevard machine. But under that long hood was something special, the now legendary 409 cubic inch V8. Pumping out 360 horsepower, the 409 SS could run to 60 in under 7 seconds and cover the quarter mile in the low 15 seconds. 1961 was the very first year Chevrolet offered the SS package. Initially, it was a rather rare sight. Only 453 had the SS package, and of those, just 142 received the 409 that year, making it an incredibly desirable collector's item today. Blink and you might miss one, unless you hear the distinctive burble of that V8. The car was immortalized in 1962 by the Beach Boys' hit song 409, which gave it rock star status.